1v1. Jorilo's Forge, blue side. It's Big Mathis plays a war boss, a melee commander that walks through objects. Some very good offense, disruption, and support from the front lines. This is the Death Skulls elite scheme, I think. Probably. On the red side, Dark Hero as a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Some very good offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. Double shooters up for Big Mathis as always, and straight into Heretics for Dark Hero. I wonder if we'll see Sluggers used a little bit more aggressively than you usually see them in this matchup because of the toned down Heretic melee. Usually you'd see them running around and capping a lot in tier 1, and then of course they become pretty damn powerful in tier 2. So at least one grenade launcher Heretic, I would think, for Dark Hero into some Havocs most likely, as both players vie for control of this central area, which allows them to then push out against power and stuff. Maybe some looters for Big Mathis as well for the same reason, trying to stop that Chaos Lord getting close. So if he gets the Combi Flamer, he may want to rethink that. And you'd expect the Combi Flamer. Look at the damage the shooters are putting on there. And easily dodges the kill the weak, so should be able to back away from the Chaos Lord and whittling down slowly. The Heretics are going to Doom Blast that War Boss, and he might lose sight of him, and that War Boss might have a dangerous retreat here. Big Stomp, nicely dodged by Dark Hero, but that is a favourable direction to retreat in, and he should be fine. More shooters on the way for Big Mathis. Well, you saw the DPS these guys can pile onto the Chaos Lord. It is just piercing DPS, but they do so much of it. Another one going to be pretty nasty, which might cause Dark Hero to get another Heretic squad up with grenade launchers, because I think he's going to always want that one with the Doom Blast. Here we see grenade launchers on this squad. The other squad in a fight with Sluggers. The Sluggers getting away with just one model there, so he's going to want that Doom Blast around. Yeah, it does less damage, but on-demand suppression, pretty damn useful in tier 1. So here come more Heretics for Dark Heroes, thinking maybe he'd go for some Raptors against triple shooters, but that might be a little bit slower than he wants to go here with the 40 power cost of Raptors, especially if he still wants to get a Combi Flamer up. There's the triple shooters, and if you start upgrading these guys, triple shooters can bash gens pretty damn quickly, so that might be a thing going into tier 2. Here comes that War Boss. He wants to get in on those CSM as quickly as possible, stop them from firing at the shooters. These guys do have their Eternal War, 20% more damage, ranged and melee. Italian colours here, maybe Dark Heroes from Italy, I don't know. Capping is the War Boss, or at least trying to, but here comes the full force almost of Dark Hero. Really wants to force off Big Mathis and then maybe shoot for the power, we'll see. Triple gens up for Dark Hero. No generators up that I can see for Big Mathis. He does have big shooters on these shooter boys and also on these guys, so tons and tons of piercing damage at good range too, because those big shooters have longer range. As you can see here, 41 range compared to, I believe, 38 standard. Nice grenade launcher barrage there. CSM being chased down, and now he can go for the power with triple shooters and sluggers on the case. He might get a full power wipe here, perhaps not the node, but I think all the generators are going to go down. I mean, look at that health just flying down from shooter fire. Sluggers can finish that off, and these guys can finish that one off. He's going to get all 3 generators here. Nicely done, and Sluggers need to run away now, I think, because Doom Blast Heretics are there. No, he's sending them in. Big mistake, but he does spot the mistake and runs away, but they do drop a model. Heretics Doom Blasted, which was a waste, but they did get a model on retreat there, which is almost always certainly a good thing, because these guys are only 11 to reinforce these days, and Sluggers are up over 20, I believe, 25 or so. Oh, War Boss has gone down somehow at the hands of Grenade Launcher Heretics. I obviously wasn't paying attention. I don't think Big Mathis was either. And now it's Dark Hero capping mid for the 2-1. Has sewn up the northeast corner for now. Big Mathis got the gens, but the loss of his war boss is a pretty big deal. So 1v1, so he can't get him revived. And there's the repurchase. Going to keep the shooters together, I think, alongside that war boss, and keep his sluggers kind of floating around, trying to cap where they can here and there, and dip in and out of engagements, trying to get some flanks. But this is a pretty scary army for shooters. Eternal Wars CSM with double grenade launcher heretics. Not seen him use any corn worship yet. Chaos Lord is going bottom. Sluggers do not want to mess with him because of kill the weak. And it's pretty pointless for them to switch to a ranged stance with those slugger weapons, because they are, I think, literally 1 DPS if they hit. 469 to 446 is a double cap now for Dark Hero. He's gonna get the triple and has replaced all of his generators. Look at the DPS from the shooter boys here, just really scary for those heretics. If they're not able to get good barrages on, they're gonna get torn to shreds, and the war boss in amongst you makes it difficult to pull them off. Sluggers now coming top, gonna decap the power first. Are they? Nope, going straight for the VP, I think. Oh, there's Malignant Blindness from Dark Hero, trying to make it harder for Big Mathis to bash the gens. Looks like it worked. Malignant Blindness being a global ability of the Chaos Lord, reducing the sight range of enemy units, all enemy units in fact, by a significant amount, like down 80% or 90%. You can barely see anything. And if you can't see it, you can't shoot at it. 406 to 446. Oh, could have been nasty if he got that barrage off a little bit sooner. Double shooters now turning to engage. Where is the other squad gone? Up here, capping. Sluggers doing their thing also. Big Mathis doing a good job splitting his forces here and retaking. Looks like Dark Hero wanting to keep his stuff together, which is understandable. Maybe the CSM could split off and do some work, but you don't really want heretics with grenade launchers on their own, or default melee heretics as well. That's a dicey, really dicey engagement against default sluggers. Tier 2 now for Dark Hero. Do we see a Blood Crusher? Only needs... oh, he just purchased something, I believe. Yep. Armor of the Inferno on the way for the Chaos Lord, so it's not going to be a really quick Blood Crusher. He was pretty close to being able to start one, but I think since he lost all of his generators, maybe he thinks he's behind. But he actually got to tier 2 before Mathis. Mathis was pretty slow getting his power up, wanted all of his shooters going. And his Angry Bits on the way. I was expecting that way earlier. And Marco Zinch, CSM for Dark Hero, with their aspiring champion also. There's a lot of Inferno DPS on this light infantry. Could have, I think, done fine with just the aspiring champion for Slaughter, but this will do a lot more damage to the war boss himself with the Inferno. And looks like that's what he's trying to focus down. As you can see, big chunks of damage coming off the war boss thanks to those CSM. So that's obviously why he's done that. Armor of the Inferno, let the Galaxy Burn missing there. Gives the Chaos Lord a nice grenade decorator, as you can see at a glance, if he has it. Very useful for opponents. More DACA for the CSM to deal with, and forces them off. War going off on these three as well, buffing the damage even more. Heretics might get caught here. In fact, they're going to take some shots at least, and Sluggers instantly upgraded fully in tier 2 with Knob Leader and Burners, and they are incredibly scary now for pretty much everything in Dark Hero's army. Plague Marines are on the way, expecting a War Boss, I guess, and Tank Busters on the way. Looks like both players expecting a vehicle, although Plague Marines always a very, very strong choice. Their durability, their pretty respectable anti-infantry damage, adding to their anti-vehicle capabilities, and here they are making their way to mid. Can go straight to capping this VP, I guess, although they are regular infantry, not heavy infantry, so they will take a hell of a lot of damage from triple shooters. Warboss have anything else? Nope. Oh, user choppers on the Sluggers, trying to take down the Chaos Lord. I guess he got his kill the week off, or a special attack there or something, or was it just a double grenade barrage chained together? I think it was that. Warboss, the Chaos Lord, sorry, does get away. Warboss charging in amongst the heretics with Angry. Now I'm angry, even. And ties up the CSM. No, just gets the hell out of there. Plague Marines forcing melee combat on retreating sluggers. And now he can bash gens, and the Plague Marine missile will help him do that. Gonna get at least one hit. Maybe at least two. Oh, but look at this. Tank Busters used to bash. They're really good at bashing. Which may have been why he got them in the first place, primarily. Not because he is expecting a blood crusher. So it looks like both players losing all of their generators here. Rebuilding one immediately is Dark Hero. And I'm sure Big Matthews would love to get a Weird Boy up, but does he go for one before going tier 3? Got a big choice to make. Weird Boy would be pretty damn useful in stopping this Chaos Lord in his tracks, who now looks very scary with his Lightning Claws up, and he's going for the Mark of Khorne accessory too. As you can see, healing the Chaos Lord for 1.5% of his health every attack he lands. Just instantly shredding a model of the Shooter Boys. Takes another one now. That guy's pretty damn scary. Slugger Boys moving in. The barrage misses them. Warboss tying up the Plague Marines, and this guy has his Power Claw, spiky armor, and anger bits. He's fully kitted out. The CSM still doing their thing. He tried to dodge that Tank Buster barrage, but couldn't quite do it in time. Plague Marines tying up Shooter Boys to stop them firing all of their shooters. And it's Chaos Lord versus Warboss. 100 DPS power melee versus 95 DPS heavy melee. The power melee of the claws delivered with a much quicker attacks, which is generally better for a kind of stuck in melee engagement, but the big burst damage attacks of the power claw doing pretty good there. Wino Demon says Dark Hero. I guess he tried to use blood sacrifice to get some blood letters and it didn't work. Didn't see one of the heretics fly into the air and do the animation, but maybe a bug there, unfortunately. 314 to 377. A Chaos Lord is repurchased, but loses his gens again. Tank Busters already very much paying for themselves, just bashing gens here. And you do get that disruption from the barrage. Shooter Boys on capping duty. No generators for Big Mathis. Next purchase vital for both players. Unless one of them gets a very good engagement here and wins handily. Still going to be pretty damn close. Northeast is turning very blue. Deadly Galaxy Burn hits those Shooter Boys pretty damn well. Almost wiped them out, down to 30 hit points. Chaos Lord is level 2. The Warboss is also level 2. Two very scary melee commanders. Surprised that I haven't seen the Warboss going straight for the CSM a bit more quickly, because they're doing a lot of damage to him. Oh, Shrine of Khorne. That's going to churn out blood letters passively. We'll do it faster if you worship it. That'll help keep that victory point under red control. But here comes some sluggers immediately going for the shrine, I think. Yes, they are. Using Swampum and their burners to take it down almost immediately. Warboss maybe can finish it off. Yeah, down it goes. 307 to 334 on the VPs. Default Heretic still hanging in there and forcing off Tank Busters. Warboss chasing things down, though, doesn't really have a reliable way to stop him. Could try and barrage. And Doom Blasting Heretics are not there to stop him now. Tier 2 Sluggers fully upgraded will wipe them out pretty damn easily. It's Stick Bombers for Big Mathis, not a Weird Boy. If you can catch the double Heretics blobbed up with a good volley of Stick Bombs, they're not going to last long, without an aspiring champion especially. What's this? Plague Marines bashing power. A lot slower than Tank Busters would, I think. Dark Hero's got to go tier 3 here, surely? Maybe not. Maybe he wants a Dreadnought up. If you can tie up the Tank Busters with a Dreadnought around, that's going to be pretty good. Warboss level 3 now. Special attack there misses the CSM. A good let the Galaxy burn. We've lost the indicator for the Chaos Lord, but he's going straight in on those ults. Is he going after the stick bombers? No, I think he's in retreat now. Is he? No, he's not. He's going after the Warboss. Now he's in retreat. Freaking hell, it's confusing when you lose the indicator, but he's taken down by that Power Claw. Doing 30% more damage on retreat, of course, as it was a melee attack. And Plague Marines do wipe out the power. Really cool back and forth here. Bloodletters on the way for Dark Hero. Can teleport in amongst the Orc lines, causing absolute havoc. I was expecting the tier 3. Would have been pretty slow. Maybe he doesn't feel like he has the power up to really do that and get something up, which is fair enough. Both players struggling for power. Looks like we're going to see a long tier 2 game here. Almost level 4 is that Warboss. Chaos Lord, without Angry Bits, can't quite get into combat quickly enough. I've not seen Khorne Worship used once. I'm sure it has, and I've just not noticed it. But was expecting it used a lot more. Was not expecting the heretics, the melee heretics, get stuck in quite as much as they have in tier 2. Has he gone triple grenade launcher now? No. Still has that melee squad, which are now Khorne worshipping. Just as I say, I haven't seen it. Here are the Bloodletters. Power melee squad, demon infantry. They are immune to suppression, can also warp out of existence and not be damaged by anything, and teleport. They also have a little passive teleport, as you saw there, but I'm not sure they want to fight leveled up sluggers. These guys are level 3, so as you can see, warp shifting and backing off. They can't attack in this state. They can also not cap, but avoid all damage, and works well if you've got some worship alongside to heal them up. They are demons, so they benefit greatly from worship. As you can see, their health flying back up there under Khorne Worship. Good stick bomber throw on the CSM, and here's the Warboss. Surely he's going to get a model. Bang! Yes, he does. There's the Destructor, is it called? Destructive Strike from the Lightning Claws, doing a good job on those Slugger boys. Stick Bombers versus Heretics. I know this is a very good fight for Default Heretics. Stick Bombers are pretty damn good in melee combat. 80 melee skill and some good damage, and they forced them off pretty easily there. Even with Doom Blast going off, and these guys at level 2. 235 to 297. Tier 3 for Big Mathis. He's got a good amount of requisition here. A Nob squad could make this pretty difficult for Dark Hero to deal with. Flash kits would also be great though. Spiky armor going off. He actually does an area of effect kind of feedback attack every time he gets hit. It's not only the unit hitting him that gets hurt. Everything around him would take damage. I think it's 8 piercing or something. Oh, down go some shooter boys. He's down to a single shooter boy squad, Mathis. All of a sudden, things dropping down for him. Lost one up here, it looks like, as well, from the Plague Marines. Leveling up is the Chaos Lord. Is hit level 3, starting to have a greater impact, I see. Going after the Sluggers a bit more aggressively. That's slowly he turned around there. One of the big changes in Elite Mod is his rotation rate was significantly reduced. I think from 900 all down all the way to 300. Similar changes for the other Terminator armor wearing units in the game. Pretty cool change, I think. The shooter boys need to run away. He's going to lose all 3 of them. Yep, lost all 3 shooter boys. And he could just replace them with flash kits, I guess. And he's got commandos up, which have plenty of Daka about them. Burner bombs and smoke bombs too. Can the Chaos Lord get away from the Warboss? This time looks like he's going to get it away. CSM doing their thing. What level are these guys? They're still level 2. Warboss at level 4, over 1300 hit points. Plague Marines really have done a good job locking down this power for a while. Tier 3 for Dark Hero. How much red does he have? Almost enough red for Terminators. We'll see if he saves up for him. Bloodletters trying to cap. Here comes Sluggers. Are they going to get involved with 2 units here? Nicely timed barrage. Gonna try and at least stop the cap. And there's use your choppers on them. Global ability of the War Boss, a really powerful melee buff. And they are backing off the Bloodletters even under Khorne Worship. They did not want to tangle with these sluggers. But that is just too much for them to handle, surely. Chaos Lord in there. Range damage from the CSM, Bloodletters and Heretics. And these sluggers are persuaded to leave. Did not see Ardboys up on them. Oh, there's Love the Daka. Some really awesome disruption from your commandos. Chaos Lord versus War Boss. War Boss doing a special attack for some reason. That was a bit weird. Double commandos for Big Mathis. So he's not going for flash kits. In amongst the CSM though. Can he get a model off him? Smack. Nope. Even on retreat they survive. And now it's hero versus hero. Heretics are there to support. And the Chaos Lord goes down again. Do not mess with the War Boss. He is the biggest. And he's still in play. Something to support him perhaps. Here come the sluggers. Tank Busters leveling up. Down to 2 models. And Bloodletters have warp shifted out. War Boss needs to be careful. He doesn't want to lose this guy. He's still chasing down his Bloodletters. That's pretty damn risky. And now he retreats out. Okay. Oh, something just wiped out. Some heretics by the commandos. And those are a grenade launcher heretics. So he's down to just a single grenade launcher heretic squad. The other 2 taken out. 186 to 259. Both players into tier 3. Not seen anything from tier 3 yet from Dark Hero. He's got a good amount of red. A nuke could be telling here to stop a cap. Commandos going top to get the Northeast VP. 175 to 259. These sluggers continue to be a massive threat. Level 4, and there is Ardboys. And use your choppers. Bloodletters having to warp shift out. Bloodletter is such a good unit. Such a useful thing to be able to warp shift out like that, especially as they start leveling and they can use it a bit more freely with their after their teleport, since they have more energy to do so. 170 to 255. And a single for Mathis. Looks like he's gonna get the double. There it is. Maybe even a triple. Here comes the War Boss. Why Commando so good in melee, says Dark Hero. Who did they just fight in melee? Not sure. Maybe he's talking about the stick bombers. 170 to 227. And there is the triple for Mathis. Can he hold the line here? The disruption and stuff from the commandos and the stick bombers are going to be pretty useful in doing that, but I don't think they want to fight Bloodletters, do they? No, obviously not. Bloodletters not dropping a model and almost finishing them off there. He could... No, he can't teleport after him. I think he teleported in. Would still be on cooldown, I believe. 170 to 196. Did that level them up at all? No, they're pretty close to leveling though. When you are the squad that does all of the damage to a unit and kills them, you get tons of XP for it because you're not sharing any of it. War Boss going after the Chaos Lord again. He's done some good work going after him. Chaos Lord happy to turn and engage, but sluggers are there to help. There's Kill the Weak, healing the Chaos Lord. Almost a full, and down goes the War Boss this time. There's Swampum from the sluggers. Not going to help them from the melee attacks of the Chaos Lord though. Can he finish off the sluggers here? Call the boys maybe? No. And there's an Imperial Abyss on the Orcs. Ouch, that's painful. That was a really bad passage of play for Big Mathis. War Boss down, sluggers down, and one of the commandos down in that nuke. That might have been a game-winning little engagement there for Dark Hero. Happened so fast, as it often does in Dawn of War 2. Tank Busters have capped that. Going to sit around and try and guard it, I guess. He's lost his power here, Big Mathis, completely. Still has this one with the generator on it. Cancels his looted tank. What does he want? Is he going for a battle wagon? What is he doing? Oh, wow. Nice stick bomber throw on the Chaos Space Marines. Finishing a cap and repurchasing their aspiring champion here. Tank Busters will turn and do what they can, but being anti-vehicle weapons, they struggle to hit infantry, but that will guarantee a knockback and a stop of the cap there. Nicely done. Commandos. Is that a burner bomb into Daka? Yes, it was, but he did spot it in time to retreat out before being knocked over the first time. Nice preemptive teleport on the Commandos there. Really good play from Dark Hero with his Bloodletters, but here comes the War Boss, and he is incredibly angry. He's stopped though, there he goes. Bloodletters, of course, just warp shifting out. Able to avoid the War Boss's wrath for now. Double cap for Dark Hero. Got a Chaos Predator on the field. Mark of Nurgle on the way, which will help it fight these Nob Squad. Although the lower speed doesn't help you taking hits, will also help against the attacks of the Power Claw, because Mark of Nurgle gives you melee resistance as well as health regen and just a bunch more health to begin with. Here it is. Gonna sit in mid, I guess, and just shoot at stuff. Desperate stuff here from Mathis. The Nobs hit the field, and they're getting meaner and greener immediately, as you would think. How much red does he have, though? 185, so we can use it twice. Frenzy, that is, as it stands. Tank Busters, what are you up to, fellas? Getting way too close to that tank. There we go. The Nob Squad going straight after it. Tank Bust Barrage, nicely done. Can also use Khorne Worship, of course, to speed up your Nurgle tank. Kind of strange how the different Chaos Heroes can synergize quite well with units that have marks that aren't corresponding to their god. You have the Chaos Sorcerer using his warp on the Mark of Khorne Dreadnought to great effect, and also Khorne Worship to Nurgle tanks pretty damn good. 87 to 136. Bloodletters trying to finish off the Commandos, and a low rotation rate of the Chaos Lord meant he couldn't get an attack off there, which I think would have finished him up. War Boss level 6, 1424 hit points. Some repairs needed for the tank. Heretics being the repair unit for Chaos. And War Boss is persuaded to leave. 70 to 136. Dark Hero hanging on to this 2 to 1 for now. One good engagement for with this Nob Squad getting into combat, though, could change things dramatically. Havoc's on the way for Dark Hero. Good choice, I think. And there's some more Heretics around to help out with repairs. It is Dark Hero's game to lose. He plays it steady, plays it sure, keeps an eye on his things when they're spread out. He should be able to take this. Havoc sitting in the field, gonna be able to suppress the War Boss and those Nobs with that heavy bolter, forcing Big Mathis to use Frenzy perhaps when he doesn't want to. Chaos Lord is level 6 now. Bloodletters have done so well since they hit the field. Really annoying to deal with these guys, with them constantly warp shifting out. 35 to 136, double cap, and VP's ticking down for Big Math. He has so little of the map right now. This is it, I think, now or never, right on this engagement. Chaos Lord turns to engage the Nob Squad, gets off a kill the weak, might use it to escape, and no, he doesn't. Turns and uses Destructive Strike. Bloodletters in amongst Tank Busters, and there is the game. Big Mathis wasn't able to do things nearly as quickly as he needed to right at the end there, and it's a triple at the end for Dark Hero. Pretty cool back and forth. The CSM did hit level 4 heroes. We have a level 6 War Boss and a level 6 Chaos Sword. I think a Weird Boy really would have helped out Big Mathis. Although the stick bombs didn't do badly, did they? Got to level 3. Killed their fair share of stuff. That nuke, that engagement where he put that nuke off and killed the sluggers and killed the War Boss, I think that was the nail in the coffin for Big Mathis. But he held in there and kept on going. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.